7 Hail Marys, cause these niggas out here lurking. Trigger happy be a pleasure. Left a lot of niggas jerking. Curry rice, chicken peas. In Iraq where it's smirkish. Rag top, Porsche Bentleys. Niggas die and meet they purpose. I quote 7 Hail Marys, cause these niggas out here lurking. Trigger happy be a pleasure. Left a lot of niggas jerking. Curry rice, chicken peas. In Iraq where it's smirkish. Rag top, Porsche Bentleys. Niggas die and meet they purpose. Forgiano's getting basic. Had to lead a foreign stock. Got a laser, fuck your grievance. And come stocky with this Glock. Lil bro be popping stoves, but he still a teeny bop. He be slipping through them knots. Throw the hammer, run from cops. 20,000 on my piece. Hustle trapping off the street. Niggas violent, but they running. Only showing that they weak. Used to hit them football tickets on the yard walking with me. BMF has been a model. Blow a 50, then re-eat. I fell in love with stunting. I can put this on repeat. Bad bitches, but they trash. Show me somebody that's neat. Lamborghini like a cheetah. Probably race it till it's peak. Girl Scout with the Trish. Probably died and fall asleep. Nike runners on my feet. Every step I take elite. Newport KV turn fag. Closest thing to a street. Turn my views to Miami. Tryna settle on the beach. Went cheap with the Prada. Ice load took a week. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button, and if you ring that notification bell, I'm gonna bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics is no other than your boy Young and Hefe. So we going back to YA with this one, you know what I'm saying? Good old Youth Authority, Gladiator School, you know what I'm saying? The who's. Anybody that's been to California Youth Authority, you already know it made or broke the person you are or who you was gonna be. It made and broke some careers. I'm just telling you, man. This place was kind of tougher in prison at times, and they was playing with the bust downs too, but for all in all, it was more about that squabble thing, you know what I'm saying? So this potential situation took place with my homie Lil Gadget, you know what I'm saying? My homie Lil Gadget was my homie D-Trick, my homie Kelly, you feel me? I've been knowing since elementary. We both grew up on 79th. I grew up on Normandy. He grew up on Dinker. However, he had joined the gang kind of late or whatever, you know what I'm saying? As far as me knowing D-Trick and knowing Kelly, I never got to bang with him as an 83Gangsta on the street, you know what I'm saying? But he was a dear friend of mine, you know, and a friend, you know, who used to follow behind my lead, you know what I'm saying? So later on down the line, when I did run into him in jail and he was banging the sets, you know, I embraced him, you know what I'm saying? It was my boy, it was my boy D-Trick, this was my boy Kelly, although we had no history of gang banging 83Gangsters on the street. So when I get to YA, he was already there, and he had been there probably for like a year. His name was ringing. He was putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Skinny, wiry, cut up, had a squabble. You know what I'm saying? I think he was left-handed like me, and he utilized that left hand well. You feel me? I don't think he had no L's on his record, and like I said, he was whooping stuff out. When I was hearing about Lil Gadget, I was surprised. When Gadget had first initially turned to set, I never got the initial story. I don't know if it happened in jail or if it happened on the street and he went right to jail right after. But he had a name that was like G Grimy or something like that. And then he ran into the homie, you know what I'm saying, Big Gadget, the homie Gadget. And I think they was in the halls with each other. And I think Gadget, you know, snatched him up like, hey, look, man, you know, you might as well be Lil Gadget. You know, that little G Grimy name don't fit you. You know, I grew up on 80th. You grew up a block away type situation. You know, I got you by a few years, you know. I've been already in the game, up and running, you know what I'm saying, for some years, gang banging. Let me show you the ropes type situation. So as I said, I embrace bro. I get up to YA with bro, right? So this situation was with him and some Nortes on his lodge, you know what I'm saying? I was on the lodge, Greenbrier, and he was on Evergreen, 2 lodges down from me. So I don't know what had happened on these dudes' lodge or what he got into it with the Nortes for, but the Norte that he got into it with had a lot of homies. had about like 3 homies from his area, and I wanted to say they was probably like from like Tulare or something like that. I don't remember what hood. I don't remember all the guys' name. Only names I remember was Flip and Speedy. I got down with Flip. I didn't get down with Speedy, and I got down with this other guy, which was the first guy while the runbacks took place, and while I was lined up, or they try to line me up. I can't remember his name. You know what I'm saying? If somebody told me his name, like, oh man, it was Chato or it was Shadow, I still wouldn't know. So, however, right, the homie Gadget get into it with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Get on him. Boop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? Bop him up. It could have just been left there with them. But being that they had other homies from their hood, although they other homies knew Gadget, had a cold squabble, they had to aid and assist their homies. So, you know, they was up next for the fades. So I just remember the homie Gadget sending word in to me on the lives to come out. He need to holler at me, you know what I'm saying? ASAP. I come out on the next move, walk down trade line, meet the homie. What's up? He like, hey, I just got out with this Norte on the block. You know what I'm saying? Did my thing right, but you know he got a few homies from his area, and you know how that run back thing get down. So in YA, you can fight one person, right? And of course, if he had other homies there and they was your enemies, it's naturally that you gonna fight them dudes too. But imagine if you had 3 enemies, or you had 3 dudes from the same hood and they had other dudes from other hoods and other areas that was their best friend, or something that they called they Ron Fly, or somebody that they was dogging with and clicked with in jail. And every time one of them squab, the other one want the back fade. He want to get down. That's how YA kind of went. But I never allowed myself to get caught up in a situation to where somebody pressed, well, I can't even say where somebody pressed the line, because you kind of can't even get out the situation. You got to blow it up, because it's just like somebody calling you out for a fade, and what you going to do, duck the fade? So the homie Gadget get at me, let me know he handled his business, but dude got some other homies that he about to be getting down with. He like, I'm about to get to whooping some feet tonight. But he like, you know, it ain't nothing. You know, I don't need you. But being that, you know, they coming together as a collective, I got a homie up here, you know what I'm saying? That's another left-hander that got hands too. And you said we about to put paws on these dudes. So I'm like, it is what it is. I'm like, the first dude you got down with that started this, let him know tomorrow trade line is up. Be there. It's up. So we had this one staff that was on Preston grounds called Clark. Clark was an old white dude, you know what I'm saying, been there for generations, you know what I'm saying. If you've been up in Preston, I'm pretty sure you ran into Clark. He was an officer when you was there, probably had been working there since like the mid-90s, you know, late 90s type situation. So Clark was the person you went to set up phase. He'd let you get out in the blind, or if it wasn't no blind that day, or for whatever reason, he'd let you get out on trade line and let you get it in before he call it in, and the squad cars start pulling up to break the fights up. So we let Clark know, like, hey, look, tomorrow, man, it's going to be some, you know what I'm saying, getting down or whatever. Clark like, all right, for sure. Bet, you know what I'm saying. Word got to the Norte dude that the homie got down with that, hey, homie went in the unit, told him, look, hey, you got a back fade too. The homie YA, which the whole YA knew, you feel me? Baby took you, YA, hey, look, he need that fade tomorrow. Ain't nothing to talk about. Trade line this time, be there. Without question, dude came and met his fate. Came and met his fate like a straight G. You feel me? Came, seen him at trade line. We got right to it. It was over quick. Boop, bop, put him down. You know what I'm saying? I heard later on we got to laugh and joke about it. He was telling people like, man, like I ain't gonna even lie, fool. Like I was already scared going into the fight. Like this fool's like super massive big, fool. Like man, like through y'all, like man, fool. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, regardless if he, you know what I'm saying, but like I said, he didn't act scared. He tried to come in swimming, you know what I'm saying, you know, laid back on all that, got up in there, put him down quick. So that's one fight out the way. Now, I got 2 more fights because he got 2 more homies. The homie Gadget, he already been getting to it. I don't remember if he already got the other 2 fights out the way or how it went. But I know we on the mission, we gang banging, we thugging. The CYA, you know what I'm saying? Ghetto's the gangster. So, I'm in school, right? And I don't even remember by way how this other fade came with Flip. But how I sent word in to old boy, word got sent to me that me and Flip was hitting next. I'm like, all right, for sure, let's go. I'm at school, right? I set it up right good to where it was going to look good on my behalf, you feel me? And I ain't had to get no write-up. Hey, tell Flip, you know what I'm saying, look, come through the hallway, that class. Matter of fact, me and Flip, all right, so at third period, I had this one teacher in YA. And at fourth period, which we switched classes and went to another class, Flip had her at fourth period. So third period, we already know at fourth period, when they doing the class switches, is on. Class switch come, Flip out there in the hallway at the door. Soon as the door open, I get off on him. Brrr, get right to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even, he didn't get to swing or get to do nothing. I get right to him, you know what I'm saying? Put him down. They called, the core red, call it in. Flip, stay down. He like, man, look, we just getting this out the way. It's just PT, man, nothing personal. I'm like, yeah, it's nothing personal either, but, you know, I got to win. You know what I'm saying? For sure, I got to put on. So, teacher watching, you know what I'm saying? Homies watching, it's going up. So, my third phase supposed to have been somebody named Speedy. Now, Speedy was another little guy that was a Norte that was around YA putting in work. He was like a little Manny Pacquiao, I ain't gonna lie. Speedy was a little dude that packed the punch that was putting big dudes down. So, I supposed to got on Speedy. I already knew I was gonna get Speedy. No question or doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Speedy knew this too. But I already caught two fades back to back. So, back then, this was my mentality even before I reached the county jail about allowing myself to be lined up. Like, a back-to-back, all right, that's straight. Now, where this third fade came in at, this is what I did. Hey, ain't about to be no third person. I got something for you. You know what? We had a homie named C-Worm. Little short dude, about the same size as Speedy. Stocky, black dude out of Stockton. From Northside Gangsta Crip. Lil bro, Tiny C-Worm. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all still good. I don't know if he all bad or what happened. If he went to the pen from there, whatever the case may be. Short, stocky dude, big eyes. You know what I'm saying? My little guy. I pull down on C-Worm like, hey, yeah, check it out. Crip business. Look, you already see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We had to, you know what I'm saying, run some business. Look, they got a third homie named Speedy. You know what I'm saying? I was going to get on him. You know what I'm saying? I supposed to met him after I got down with this dude. But look, this is what we going to do. When Speedy come down here, you about to get on him. C-Worm like, hey, say less. Speedy come down there, you know what I'm saying? Bam. As soon as he come down there, you know, he walking down there, you know, I see the look, he don't see me at the door waiting, you know what I'm saying? So he like kind of confused, he looking around, but you know, he don't want to press the line. It seemed like he pressing me, so he can like kind of trying to, like, you know, I'm going to get an indication. Like, hey, C-Worm, he right there. C-Worm hop up, hey, what's up, fool? We got to get down. They go at it, brrr, start squabbing up, brrr, brrr, they have a good squab, brrr, brrr. Homie C-Worm, man, get him, Worm. Worm push gas, start going on it, you know what I'm saying, get on him. They squabble up, you know what I'm saying, it get called in, you know, they get down, you know, that was the end of that, you feel me? We settled that right there, you know what I'm saying, the Nortes, like, man, they was good, you know, we laughed about it, you know, we kicked it about it, because we didn't beef with the Nortes, it wasn't no problems. For whatever reason, my homie had got into it with the Norte on that pod about. They had got into it with each other, and then, you know, he just had homies, and the homie had homies, and we had homies, and that's how we made it happen. And that's how it used to happen in YA, man. And for sure, Gladiator School was YA, and YA was Gladiator School. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude that right there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing. Press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail.
Out the gate, on the regular, I sit back and observe the way most of you niggas fake fuck with each other. Low-key beefing about these hoes. I ain't gonna let a nigga fake fuck with me. So if a nigga tell you he don't fuck with me, it's because he can't fuck with me.